Here I am with my squad today. We're going to be doing some Melee Smash. I'm going to be showing you all about Melee Smash and basically everything I know, tips, tricks. Like, we're going to be going throughout everything in this mode. You might want to come back to this video a few times, get some extra tutorials, you know? So without further ado, like a cancerous YouTuber would say, let's get right into the... Wait a second, no, it's not like that. Shit, I forget what they say. Starting off, I have your basic tin pot with my boy. Get the fuck back there. With my boys here, so who wants to go first and fight me with this thing while I explain how the tin pot works? Get back. Jesus. So, your tin pot, let me just get started with this. Of course, it does the most shittiest damage in this fucking game. It is so garbage when it comes to damage. The range of it isn't... Get on the ground. So, the range isn't that bad. You know... I think it's slightly longer than a Rambo, so there's that. It might be shorter than a Rambo. If it is, this is the shittiest melee, but this is the cheapest melee at the same time, so even a noob can use a tin pot. When it comes to your fist, I'm not sure which one is better. The fist does more damage, but it only stuns if somebody's very low on stamina. So... let me just start off with a simple duel with my friend Max here. And he has a tin pot, I have a tin pot. These battles take so fucking long if you're doing a tin pot. It's not even a meme if you're gonna do it. Like, using the tin pot, I guess you can call it a meme. But, you know, these battles take fucking ages to finish. Probably because the person just runs out of stamina and then, you know... then they have to, like, retreat, and oh shit, I'm gonna die. You see, my Max friend here, he uses the tin pot like a hella lot. I had never used the fucking tin pot. So, you know, he's really good when it comes to that tin pot. Do you have any, tips, Max? You can just put them in the chat. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's any... honestly, not good with tin pot. Well, you probably just say that because of how fucking garbage it is. But anyway, let's move on to my next melee, which I'm moderately good at.
Everyone sit over
my
here.
next melee is the shovel. To start with the shovel, it does alright damage. I mean, I could just test it on Max over here again, because I'm a bully. See, Max takes a good amount of damage, and if you keep hitting him, it's gonna take about 5 hits. Which isn't so bad. You can just keep looping it, and you will eventually kill them. What I mean by looping is doing shit like this. Okay. You do this, then when they get up, you fucking hit them again. And this works, and they eventually die, but Ricardo got in the way. Die. So, it has an alright hitbox. Compared to the tin bot, it's godlike. You see, my friend Max over here is still gonna get hit from, like, a stud away. But, you know, just testing it on this tree, you know, that's how far it'll go. Even though you can see it's hitting the tree, it doesn't really do it sometimes, like, actually hit the person. But if they're right in your face, then fuck them, they're gonna get sent flying. This is one of the melees that can send people flying. So if, for example, if this fucker here was like... oh yeah, you can also hit people, multiple people with this melee. So you can be a little bastard and fight a 2v1 if you dare. But my friend Lord is going to demonstrate as he stands on this ammo box. I mean, this is a no-brainer, but you can pretty much knock people off cliffs, which is good on maps like Terminal DK when you need to knock people off the fucking cliff. Now, my friend Max will fight me again, because, you know, Max... shit. Okay, so Max here has a shovel. Alright. And we're going up. And what I like to do is rush with the shovel and get the second hit, which, you know, has a better hitbox. So, with your second hit, with the better hitbox. Make sure you don't run out of energy. So you just go up to him, and then you keep looping them until they die, though Max was already on low health. So that pretty much concludes it for the chainsaw. I mean, one little thing, I believe you can just hit a person and throw a Rambo at them and they die. That's an easy 1-2 combo if you have the Rambo and you're actually good with aiming. And yeah, that pretty much sums up the shovel. A pretty basic melee, it doesn't cost much, and it has a broken-ass hitbox. And hitboxes is all that matters in Melee Smash, we all know this. My next melee is the Rambo, one of my personal favorite melees that I like to use in Melee Smash all the time. Mostly because of this cancer-ass shit I call the throw. Fuck, I missed when a person was standing still. But it does good damage, like 70 damage, as you could already see from the shovel tutorial. You can hit a person with a shovel and then a Rambo, and they will die. So, simply, if you're going to go up in melee, the hitbox is honestly just so shit. But it does knock people down and knock them off the ship, so... like this ship, so... you know, that's pretty good. I mean, it attacks pretty damn fast, and you could just, like, attack non-stop, so it's kind of, you don't really have to time it at all. When it comes to timing, this shit is OP, you can just spam attack, and you won't even run out of energy fast, because it only uses 5 energy. Now, the Rambo can be used in multiple combos. You can knock a person down, throw a Rambo at them, and it'll instantly finish them. And I would be using Chase as my friend here to demonstrate a duel, because I can throw a Rambo pretty damn good. And see, I already hit Chase once. Like, I'm alright with a Rambo. When going in with a Rambo, it's pretty tough, but it's doable. It's doable like that. You can simply kill a person. Now you see my boy Lord, I want to demonstrate some close combat fighting with the Rambo. My boy has an Xmas Tree sword, which I will go over later, as I have enough connections and I have a great person who has the sword. Anyway, let's go. So in close quarters combat, I like to be a little sneaky and jump the fuck around and then throw a Rambo on their dead body. I finish them just like that. It's really that simple. With a Rambo, you have enough energy to be a tricky little bastard, like to XK, like to Player, and Player killed my ass. But you see, you can be a sneaky little bitch, and that's why I love the Rambo. And at the same time, you can be a pussy and throw your Rambos. So, it's like a double win. The Rambo is definitely an essential if you want to win Melee Smash. I mean, I don't really see, like, anything going bad with a Rambo, because the Rambo is just an all-around good melee, but the melee, like, itself takes more skill. But if you practice the jumping, the surprises, then you can go great with it, because it has some great stats, like being able to spam the attack. I really like the Rambo, I use it all the time, I really recommend using it, so you probably should. Anyway, on to our next melee. So my next melee is another melee I use so fucking much. Oh shit, well, I feel like a dumbass, hold up. So as I said, I would be going over the bat, which is one of my favorite melees because of something called its broken-ass hitbox. Oh, and the third swing looks fucking epic. You see, 1, 2, overhead swing. Like, that just looks cool. The overhead swing can really hit people on the floor, too, so that's a plus. Oh, I forgot to mention double Rambo glitching. I don't know how to do it, but it rarely ever works, so I wouldn't bother with it. It's pretty complicated nowadays, too, since he removed a version of their double Rambo glitch. Anyway, with the bat, you've got a pretty good amount of damage. Using barbed wire does not matter, because adding the 10 damage does nothing. Even if somebody has 10 health from the group, 2 hits will be able to do 110 damage, since the bat does 55. I think PR kept that in mind for a reason. Anyway, with my friends here, you see, I will be fighting Player Slayer, and, oh wait, no, he has a chainsaw. I will be fighting my boy, Knight. Yes, a bat versus a bat. So, with Knight here, he has the bat, and what I like to do with the bat is simply outplay the opponent. I like to play fucking mind games with you. if I ever fight you in Melee Smash. Remember, I am playing mind games constantly with the bat. I won't go in until I know I can just, you know, get in there, swoop a kill, and get the hell out of here. It goes something like this. When Knight isn't suspecting it, I will go. And it's like that. Very clean. With 2 hits, you end the opponent. I will fight Lord, too, just to demonstrate how powerful this bat is. So, my friend Lord here has a newspaper, another melee that I don't have. This is why I'm glad I brought Lord along. I was already looking for him, but those are the only 2 melees I don't have, the only 2 weapons I don't have besides the Xmas launcher, too. So with my friend Lord, he simply, you know, don't underestimate a newspaper, but I just go in, and sometimes I like to use a Rambo on the dead body if I have enough energy. And it's that surprise chainsaw. I will be going over that later in the video, but as you can see, the bat is a very basic melee. There's nothing really to it. Christmas decorations give it some extra little jingle, which is great for Melee Smash because the barbed wire doesn't really matter, so I always bring the Christmas decorations. I honestly love the bat, even like just regular zombies. It can hit multiple people, so I guess you can have some 3v1 potential. But it's pretty straightforward, awesome melee. I can even outplay some fire axes as long as the person using the fire axe isn't your trash idiot, which is the god of fire axes. Anyway, the next melee you're going to like. So my next melee is the Karambit, a pretty interesting melee. You already know it climbs, which is good for maps like Terminal DK and this map if you're just going to do this. Oh, shit. And I guess you can do that. I didn't even know you could do that, but that's pretty fucking cool. So, with the Karambit, let's start with the hitbox. It's pretty wide. It's basically the Rambo. But the thing about the Karambit is it attacks way slower, and you don't even have to time this shit at all. Like, you can swing it whenever you want, and you'll still basically hit the opponent. So you can be rushing, and you won't use, like, any stamina at all. You can literally rush at them all you want, and it'll be like a Rambo on steroids. Fighting my boy, the Epic Chase, you can see he has a bell, which is pretty mediocre, but still. Fighting a Karambit versus a bell can be tricky sometimes. But with the Karambit, it's pretty similar to the Rambo, as in I like to just go in there and fuck you up. And just jump down. It can also push you over ledges, which is what a lot of melees can do nowadays. But my boy, Player Slayer, with his beautiful chainsaw, I will attempt to beat him, but I can't really beat chainsaws that well unless I'm using a Rambo, which is my godlike weapon, you already know. Okay, yeah, he'll use this staff. So, my boy Player Slayer is just gonna come down, and he's sizing me up. I like to use that jump and oh, what the fuck? Well, I still beat him. You see what I'm doing. I'm jumping, juking out the opponent, and, you know, using the same strategy as the Rambo because it's pretty much a Rambo. The Karambit can be good comboed with the Rambo, just a quick 1-2 combo. I mean, I guess you could say that about every melee in the stamp game with the Rambo except for a chainsaw and a fire axe because they one-shot. So overall, the Karambit is a great weapon. Use it on certain maps only, though, because if you use it on a map like, I don't know, Cathay County, then you're honestly dumb. My next melee is the fire axe. Ignore the fire attachment because the fire attachment never fucking matters with this thing. I mean, the only reason I would ever use it is on No Mercy if it illuminated more light like the torch did, but it doesn't for some reason, which is kind of off. You know, it would be cool. The fire axe, I'm not really good at, to be honest. If you wanted somebody who's a god at the fire axe, you gotta look for your trash idiot. And, like, he's a chainsaw killing machine with the fire axe. I don't know how he does it. He can do a crazy jump up combo, basically like that. He's able to time his fire axe, and it's just insane. He is able to manage his energy, but with Taco Cat here, you can see I'm going to have a 1v1. The fire axe is very basic one-shot melee. With a really broken hitbox sometimes, you all know the fire axe. hitbox. It's pretty much a meme in this community at this point. So my boy, Taco Cat, with his fire axe, you know, I'm just show him how it's done. So, first person is honestly better with a fire axe, because you have more, aiming. It's way easier to aim with the fire axe. As you can see, my boy Lord here, probably has an Xmas Tree sword. Yeah, newspaper. So, using a third person, you're kind of nerfed a bit. I mean, it's really harder. I prefer third person for zombies because they're more predictable. Because they don't really give a shit. Ow. Wow, that was actually pretty damn good. That's the work of an Xmas Knight. I'm telling you, Lord is really good with the Xmas Tree sword, which I will be going over later. So the fire axe, you get it. Basic one-shot melee. There isn't much to say about it. I'm not really that good with it. Your trash idiot is, and yeah, that's basically it. There really is nothing to say about the fire axe. So let's move on. So, my last regular melee is the chainsaw, and oh boy, I have a history with the chainsaw. Honestly, I fucking hate the chainsaw, because it is literally every melee's advantage packed into one little goodie bag of fucking cancer. So basically, your chainsaw, it's a one-shot like the fire axe. It's got a broken-ass hitbox that's super long, with my boy I'll demonstrate. So, stay still. So, with your fire axe, you can still get as far as a bat. Not only this, you can do a 360 spin with it too. And it has the slow attack speed of the Karambit. It has the multi-hit of the bat. It is literally every melee's advantage except for a Rambo throw, pack it into one. Also, it is able to be spammed like hell. And it is so fearsome that you don't even have to worry about your energy, because half the time your opponents are just running the fuck away from you because this thing is so damn scary. Will I demonstrate with Max here? The chainsaw is pretty good. Not pretty good, it's fucking godlike. The Rambo's militia, this is their weapon right here. They aren't really that skilled. We've beaten them in the past with normal melees when they're using their chainsaws. It's really easy. They're only good at melee smash, but even we can beat them when they're using all their chainsaws, because they're pretty, you know, predictable. So with my boy Max here, your only best shot is to really throw Rambos at this thing, because this thing is the equivalent of a tank from Left 4 Dead, or a brute in R2D, or a charged brute in R2D for all I fucking care. With the chainsaw, you're able to just do whatever the fuck you want, surprise your enemy, and on maps like Terminal DK, I have to put this in there, but you can also use a Rambo to, like, get around and be a little faster. So, with the chainsaw, you don't have to time your attacks at all. It's really OP, one shot, broken ass hitbox, as I was saying before. It's just a killing machine. I hate this fucking melee so much. Like, you can even beat other chainsaws in bullshit ways if you're a person like me and you are really good at melee smash. Like, this isn't staged at all, people. My friends are actually trying to fight me, but I've been playing Melee Smash for a long-ass time, you see, ever since it came out. And I was the one who made Melee Smash servers a trend, and I can say that because I had a server called I Have a Dominus Noob, and the same people would come over daily. I always see basically the same Melee Smash players. I mean, it's got a good community. Compared to Battle Station, it's got a great community. I'm really happy with the community of Melee Smash. It's way better than Battle Station. Battle Station's fucking cancerous, and we all know that. So, in the end, Chainsaw, really basic, just like the Fire Axe. It's OP as hell, and I hate using it because I feel like a dick. The only reason I'll use it is if I'm getting targeted by, like, a huge-ass gang. Yeah, that's about it. If I'm getting targeted on purpose by a bunch of, like, chainsaws, then I'll use a chainsaw on my own. But that's like the only time I'll ever use a chainsaw. So don't expect me to use a chainsaw when you're playing with me casually, because I play Melee Smash a lot, and you have a high chance of seeing me there. One of the first event melees I'm going to be talking about is the Ice Staff. The event melee of this year's Christmas. The Ice Staff has a really interesting stat that I haven't gone over. It's a really interesting stat. I have to go over it. So basically, I hit Chase here, and he's frozen, right? The freeze lasts longer than a normal stun, and Mary, you're being fucking annoying. I'm trying to demonstrate some shit here, bro. So after Mary dies, sorry, I will simply hit Taco Cat here. So Taco Cat, the freeze lasts longer than a normal stun. But not only this, if you hit it just right, if they're in the middle of an attack animation, Max, can you demonstrate? Use an attack over and over, and I'll hit you from behind. So Max is in the middle of an attack animation, I knock him down with the Ice Staff. Not only does he have to deal with the fucking stun— oh wait, that glitch was maybe removed, actually. I think it was removed? Was it? Let's try. Yeah, it seems to be removed by now. Let me try. I'm gonna keep trying. Yeah, there it is. It isn't as long as it was before, but not only do you have to deal with the goddamn ice stun, you have to deal with being immobilized. Here, hit me for once. Let me see if it works. I'm gonna do nothing. But I need to be doing an attack animation. Here, hit me. Okay, I'm on the ground, and let's see if the glitch works. Nope, it seems to be patched. Damn it, that was going to be a real interesting part. But you can hit it longer than the other stun melees, which means in a normal 1v1, where they're not using an Ice Staff— please don't use an Ice Staff, Max. So in a normal 1v1, don't use the Ice Staff, Max. Okay, with a bat. So this is a normal 1v1, and here's how it plays out. I'm with my Ice Staff, and you don't have a lot of energy at all with this damn thing, so be careful of shit like that. But if you are able to both hit each other, you will see that I can outlast a bat stun. And if I can outlast a bat stun, I can get up and start hitting them again, which is the OP as shit part with the Ice Staff. It does good damage, and the hitbox is okay. It's alright, as you can see. It's not bad at all. Oh, but yeah, you have to time your attack, and whatever the fuck just happened to Max. But you can see, it's pretty cancerous to deal with, but you still need skill, especially when they're on the ground for once. You need skill when they're on the ground? No fucking way, but it's actually true. So, yes, it's pretty mediocre. It's a pretty interesting melee. It's the first with the freeze stats. It's the only melee with the freeze, and it's a pretty interesting stat. I love it, and I hate it at the same time. I don't use Ice Staff, as I already told you. I use the bat and the Rambo. Karambit's on maps where I can climb a lot, like Terminal DK. So, there's nothing to it. It's just that. So, on to our next melee. On to my next melee, which is dun 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 dun, the most shittiest melee in Melee Smash. So, you have the torch, and I wish I was on No Mercy to demonstrate that it can illuminate light, which is actually better. If you use your flashlight, you can illuminate the most light in the game, which is pretty cool. Not only that, it's a cool looking melee. The only reason I'll use it is because it's cool, and because of one thing I like to call this. Okay, so I see, you see, I gang Max, but on the floor, I just keep hitting his ass until he lights on fire. So, okay, Max is a pussy, so I will demonstrate on my friend who is not a pussy. So I hit them with the torch, and the fire will eventually kill them, which saves me some work, and it's pretty funny when they run away from your ass. Die. Get lit on fire. So, my friend, Knight here, I'm just trying to demonstrate, how it works. It will do some extra damage, like the Fire Axe does, but the Fire Axe is useless. The torch is not. With the bell, you can hit them on the ground, or any stun melee for all I care. You can hit them with a torch and finish them off in style as you don't touch them and they burn to death. The torch has a pretty good hitbox, I must say, a pretty good attack speed, and it can be spammed too. But it doesn't stun, and that's why it's shit. And without the burning, it does shit damage. And it gets outranged by even shitty hitbox weapons like the bell. Sometimes. It It's a little glitch, I'm telling you. I don't even want to get into that glitch. So with a 1v1 that I'm probably going to lose, I will fight Lord. Because he's the only one with a non-stun melee. Any stun melees, you're bound to die with this fucking thing unless you stun them and then hit them on the ground with the torch. So with Lord here, he has his Xmas Tree sword, which he's really good at. And I lost. As you can see, the torch is completely shit. And you should never use the torch. Like, never use the torch, people. It's not worth it. Unless you want to look cool, I wouldn't use your torch. Case closed. That's it. Seriously, don't use the fucking torch. How many times do I have to tell you? So, one of my most favorite melees, because it was the first melee I ever got, and it's the bell. The bell is a very special melee that came out last Christmas. And not this Christmas, but last Christmas. People can be seen showing off the bell nowadays because the bell is semi-rare now, and it's actually it's really rare. I've had a hard time finding a lot of bells. But over my times in VCs with R2D, I can say I found about 15 bells, so it's not as rare as the Xmas Tree sword, by far. But the bell is also another shitty melee for Melee Smash. I mean, some people, like Leonardo, like to show off the bell and say it's really OP and good, and oh my god, he has a bell, he's so cool. But that guy's full of shit. The bell is actually completely fucking garbage when it comes to this mode. And with my boy Taco Cat, I will demonstrate. The bell has a shitty hitbox, and it wastes a lot of energy. It can't be spammed, which is also its downfall. If you keep spamming this thing, you'll run out of energy too quick, and then you're rushing, and then you die, because you ran out of energy so damn fast. Anyway, with Taco Cat here, I will 1v1 him and show you basically how I fuck up with the bell every time I try to use it. It does make Christmas sounds, though, so you can bring in some Christmas spirit if you want, like I did in my last video. So with Taco Cat here, yeah, he outplayed me. So, yes, I will be spectating Chase, and Chase died. So yes, basically, the bell is pretty shit. I mean, you shouldn't really care about it, because most of you probably don't have it. But if you see somebody bragging about the bell, if you saw this video, remember how I said it was completely fucking trash. I hate the bell, and it's really trash. I'm telling you, it's actually trash. So believe me when I say it's actually trash. Leonardo, please stop bragging, you stupid cunt. Go.
As you can see, I have taken over Eric's recording session again. Today we're going to be talking about the Xmas Tree and how it is very useful in killing people very fast. As you can see here, this is Taco Cat here. If I were to just hit them once, it does very little damage. But if you were to just do it very quickly with ease, the best way to kill someone is to run around them and hit them with the Xmas Tree. Now there's a cool little animation. First is there's like a swirl animation. So if everybody were to get near me, well, not in front of me, I could show you how this animation works. So this animation basically hurts anybody near you. See, I just hit 2 people there. Now this tree sword is longer than most melees, like the bell and the newspaper, but is also one of the weaker ones, but it's also very powerful if you know how to use it. It cannot trip, it has no special ability, all it does is damage. 30 damage, I believe, and does like 6 energy, and it takes up 6 energy, so you are able to spam this a lot without, until you lose all of your energy. As you can see here, I am just completely... yeah. Also, another special feature about this is that whenever you swing the sword around, little Christmas particle effects will appear, but I'm pretty sure nobody can see it because only the user can see the particle effects. And I believe that is it for the thing. Well, I forgot to do an average duel, so joining me today I have Epic Chase. He is going to be using his melee of choice, and this is how normal fights of the Xmas Tree goes. Sometimes when you go in for the kill, you just die instantly, but that's the thing, you have to stay away from them, but...
Yes. Well, as you can see, if you pulled off right, Lord has killed me a few times in this video, and you can see how he does it. So that's an example of how you can fail with the thing. And really, it takes months to do it. It takes literal, like, just months to pull off an Xmas Tree. So cut him some slack. He's using a really skilled melee, but good at the same time, I'd say. The last melee is up next. I hope you liked my video so far. So, as a matter of fact, I will just go over the maps, since I don't really want to go over them one by one. Let's start with Cafe County, this map you see here. With Cafe County, you cannot Karambit climb, and it is pretty flat, so Rambo throwing is pretty good. Though, the map can get a little bit irritating because there's so much high ground and so much places for people to jump on your ass. Not only this, it's a pretty small map, so you're never really safe when there's a lot of people, so expect to die early on sometimes. With Fox River Prison, it's the ultimate flat map, which means Rambo throwing is godlike. It's a pretty basic map for basic duels. You cannot really use the terrain to your advantage unless you're on the prison, which you can drop down on people. Or you can camp at the cafeteria, which is what we've done to beat the Rambo's militia in the past sometimes. Yeah, that's it. Fox River Prison is pretty bland map, to be honest. With Terminal DK, this is one of my favorite maps because Karambit climbing is key. With a Karambit climb, you can climb almost anywhere on this goddamn map. And it has so many levels, and it's so expansive that, you know, it makes room so, you know, you don't have to worry at the start of a round about, like, getting surrounded by people because there's so many damn people. So, not only this, you know, it just looks cool in the end. And yes, with the next map, you can see Bory Rig 71, which is a pretty interesting map. As you can see, it's pretty straightforward, multiple levels. You know, Rambo throwing is bad on this map, I just gotta say it, but you can drop down a lot on this map, and you can also camp at this crane, as you can see in the picture where I'm hovering. You can also camp at the back of the ship, and you have to, like, jump over into the water and stuff, which is pretty weird. There's also fire in this map, so that's a hazard on this ship. Just gonna say that. There's multiple levels, so you don't really have to worry about so many people at spawn. And yes, that is it with the Melee Smash maps. Oh wait, did I forget about No Mercy? No Mercy is probably the worst Melee Smash map. Down at the bottom levels, you have to turn on your flashlight. And there is also some annoying glass part that everybody wants removed. But I don't really give a shit because you can play a game of juke out or some shit with people. Large map, but close quarters at the same time. So I would worry about, you know, overcrowding, pretty much just overpopulation. There's some good duels in it, though. I really do like the terrain, so you can jump up onto little small objects, like these little tables from Cafe County. It's pretty much that size. You can jump down, kill people. It's really nice for weapons like the Rambo. And the last map I will be explaining is the No Mercy wait, I'm so stupid. The MS Antares. I hate this map. Honestly, the only thing it's good for is Karambit climbing on this blue part, as you can see. There's a bottom level, and this map gets hella overpopulated, like, at the start. Prepare to, like, just die 50% of the time. I'm not even joking. Though it does look really good. I only like it on survival. Melee Smash is pretty shit on this map. Another only good thing is, like, the black wire. As you can see, you can jump down on people, so that's it. There's also a cool little radio, which I never really tend to use because I don't have the time to. So anyway, let's go on to our last melee.
Melee that we're going to be showcasing is the newspaper. It isn't very good in Melee Smash because of the range, but it can be spammable, which means that you can, in fact, just murder someone. As you can see, it does very good damage, but no tripping effect, so the person can just immediately murder you right back, which is its flaws. But it does the basically the same amount of energy as the Xmas Tree, which is that you can spam it for a long time before running out, except the fact that, well, it can't stun, and that's one of its drawbacks. It's very short and unreliable, very bad vent melee, but it is very good in zombie mode, because using this to kill zombies is very good because, well, just look at how fast I can kill someone before. I killed Taco Cat very fast with this. Now, let's show a normal fight. Now, joining me today is Knight. We're going to be fighting to the death with this newspaper, and let's see how this works out. Facts about the newspaper is that you could just run around and spam it. Now, I did not expect me to win this one, but apparently I did. Joining also is Ricardo Fox. Let's see what some of the disadvantages are of the thing. First off, it's bad. It's not good enough to help you get past someone with a Rambo knife or a bat, which means that you're not gonna win because, well, people like to use the newspaper a lot. I mean, the chainsaws or baseball bats or, yeah.
I'd also like to add in that fighting a weapon like a chainsaw or a fire axe with a Xmas Tree sword and a newspaper or a torch is useless. It never works. The newspaper suffers the same problem as the Xmas Tree sword, as in sometimes you can really fuck up and not do it right. I guess that using first person is an advantage. I don't go over punches in this video. If you want a quick rundown though, basically wait until they've used all of their energy, punch them once, and it'll work as a stun. It does more damage than a tin pot, and yeah, that's basically it. Stun punches are pretty shit, so nah, who cares about punches, right? Thanks for watching my video, and subscribe. Seriously, I need it.